Hello everyone and welcome. We are in the Goblin Caves today. This is Hotfix 27. I'm here on an ungeared fighter, and we are attempting to answer the question, did Hotfix 27 make Goblin Caves better? To jump right to the end, the TLDR, it is a much better experience both solo and in 2s and 3-man groups. So, heading into the Christmas break, Iron Mace allowed duos and trios to queue into the Goblin Caves. The sad fact was that the zone didn't really accommodate groups of that size. There weren't enough portals, there were no res shrines. The original OG design of the map was very tight, and this benefited some classes over others. The changes that they've made, I think, are kind of universally solid. Generally speaking, they have expanded the size of the map. It is now a 5x5 module map, which is fantastic. It makes it big enough for 3-man teams to be able to traverse at a decent pace. They have kind of decreased the overall mob density significantly, while just kind of spreading it out so that you don't feel like you're walking around a corner and you got 3 goblins on you like all the time, which I think is a positive change. They have added fixed extracts. They have added res shrines, and they have gone and done a complete kind of once-over, looking for popular cheese spots that the community has grown very used to using, and kind of removing them, attempting to reduce the overall amount of cheesing of specifically sub-bosses in the game. I think this is all really healthy. Also, Hotfix 27 brought to us the first experiment for a triple-down dungeon. So, as you all probably know, when you go into the ruins now, you will have the option to both extract out of blue portals or fixed extracts, and you can take red portals and fix down extracts. Going down from the ruins will take you to the first level of crypts, and once there, you will also have the option to go deeper, to go to Inferno. And I think this is a really interesting change. When I first heard them thinking about this, they were speculating about it. And my initial reaction was, I don't know about this. I think it's going to be really thin on the player versus player front, and I don't know how it's going to work out. Having played it, though, I'll tell you it's a pretty good experience. There are a bunch of people who are going down. This gives you, particularly if you're looking to go in with a team and do bosses, this presents a lot of really interesting options. There's a whole new dimension to it because, what you'd like to do is isolate the rest of the lobby such that your team can focus exclusively on the boss and not have to worry about getting interrupted mid-fight. And this gives you kind of multiple options and opportunities to deal with the rest of the lobby in anticipation of your boss fight. So you have an option to kind of thin the herd a little bit on the ruins level, and then you can go seeking out other players to continue to thin the lobby on the first level of crypts, and then, hopefully be the only ones down on Inferno. This guy's really aggressive. We just saw him kill another player over there, and he's pushing me really hard. I saw 2 players come in, so I was concerned initially that he might be teaming, but no, he was actually chasing down and murdering that other guy, but this guy is just so aggressive. What is going on, my friend? Oh. Are you guys together? Get out of here, boy. Oh, oh. Let's see. Oh, he's one shot now if I can hit him. Out of axis, though. Alright, so we got a rogue and a fighter, and they both want a little piece of Koopa. Whipping out a bow. I think that means I won. If you're going to let me bandage, I'm going to do this all day. Back down again. This guy loves dropping down elevator shafts. Alright. Have you seen that rogue? Where did the rogue? Wait, is that a different rogue? I have no idea what's going on in this room. Bear with me, please, here while I try to sort this out. Alright, that was the initial fire check. Okay, thanks. Okay, he's throwing everything except the kitchen sink at me. Okay. Also, in patch 27, their torches now do a little bit of damage when thrown, as you just saw. Oh, hey, buddy. Nope. Okay, where were we? Sorry, I got a little distracted there by that 2v1. But the Goblin Caves, I think, is really improved. It's great. The ruins changes, I don't know, I think the jury's still out on this one, but so far, I'm enjoying it. I think if you're going down looking for player v player, you may be a little disappointed. I think each layer is going to reduce the overall population in the game. So if you're looking to be alone with some PvE, I think that works really well. I think if you're looking for, you know, intense player v player encounters, you'd be better served by just getting out, resetting, and coming back in and doing level 1. You're just going to have more adversaries to work with. But in terms of, you know, enabling choice, it's a good thing. I think there's going to still be some frustration from the community, you know, who want to, let's say, go in and run crypts, and then they can't run crypts because it's set as the solo map at any given time. You know, Iron Mace has removed some player agency from the overall conversation with these recent changes, but it's not as bad as it was going into Christmas. So I think, you know, that's a pretty positive change. The biggest negative that I want to pick on with 27 is just kind of out of nowhere. Iron Mace has increased the stats on all gear considerably. And this means that you're going to see like 5 attributes points on the white line of certain gear pieces. And that's a lot of stats. They have reintroduced a lot of very targeted stats in these changes. And I really don't know what to think about it. I'll tell you, the biggest beneficiary of this change has to be the Barbarian class, who can now very effectively stack Vigor to kind of insane levels of hit points. You know, the properly built Barbarian, like, you just cannot deal with him right now 1v1. So I think there's probably going to be a balance pass around this. I saw that, you know, in the patch notes, I don't play a lot of Rogue, but Rogues did get a lot of stat reduction going into this, particularly Strength, so that they weren't immediately broken. But I don't think the kind of second order analysis has been done yet to kind of streamline everybody else's base stats in this new, you know, 5 Vigor, 5 Strength, 5 Dex, 5 Agility, 5, you know, Resourcefulness, you know, per piece of gear. There's going to have to be an overall kind of balance pass, I think, done on where everybody's stats are. And there's a couple of hilariously broken things as well. For example, if you're an enjoyer of Cleric, Cleric's Smite ability is now working with Thrown Torches, which allows them kind of a medium range distance attack, which the only thing they really had was Holy Strike, leading into, you know, the inevitable melee combat. But now, as the Cleric, you can pop Smite and throw torches at people, and it does, you know, pretty respectable chip damage, particularly if you're stacking your magic and true magic damage up a little bit. It's pretty funny to see, you know, this on a geared Cleric. It's funny. I imagine that this will be changed at some point. I imagine it's also working with other kind of on-hit effects like Barbarian's Achilles Strike. But regardless, you know, I really like these changes to Goblin Caves. I think they're pretty solid. I think they're giving you a lot of options. You know, it had come down to the point that the amigos and I, when we got a Goblin Caves in the rotation, we were just like, okay, take off all your gear or get on an alt, because we're going to go in, and even if we wipe the lobby, you know, 2 out of 3 of us might not get out, or, you know, 1 out of 3 of us was going to die just to the storm, simply because there weren't enough options. Those options exist now. There's plenty of opportunity to to get out, to do well, to experience the content, to fight 2 bosses. I can't believe I haven't brought this up already, but now both the Troll and the Cyclops are available on the same map, so you can actually, you know, in theory, go in and kill both bosses. Oh, hello. Oh, Mr. Warlock. Oh, he was extremely low health. Well, thank you for contributing to the video. But yeah, you can do both of those bosses in the same run, which is a fun option, I think. You know, upcoming changes that they have forecasted is they want to find a way to put the Lich boss on the first level of Crypts, and then put the Ghost King on the Inferno level. And I think that's really going to be a fantastic change. I mean, just imagine being able to go into ruins, clearing out the lobby on the top floor, and then pushing in for a chance to do first the Lich, and then go down again, and then handle the Ghost King in a single run. That sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to trying it. But regardless, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Goblin Caves changes, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. That's really all I've got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. It helps me a ton. And until next time, Koopa out.